1. This room will closely match in appearance the last room of the first adventure, Giant's Travail. In fact, in the adventure, it is supposed to be the same room. The area will look like the end of a snowy box canyon, blocks of stones littered about. Upon the far wall, the party will see a faint image of a dwarven rune on a section cliff face. Written beneath the rune is, "To enter now this sacred door, show thy grasp of dwarven lore." After a dangerous journey up to the top of Mount Sorrow, your party of adventurers has found a hidden entrance to the lair of smoke, the Dracolich. They must make an archway out of the stones in the room. The task is not as easy as it sounds, because each of the nondescript blocks have an invisible graphic on them that is only viewable under direct UV lighting. When the archway is assembled, the DM will press the event button on the remote. This will cause the lights in the room to go out and UV light to turn on. This will last for 8 seconds, and then the normal room lighting and sound will come back. They have done well to construct the archway, but the stones appear not to be in the proper order. She will tell everyone that they each took 1 point of damage for failing to properly assemble the arch. During these 8 seconds of UV lighting, the party will see the formerly invisible graphics glowing bright red. If the archway is put together properly, in simple icons, the 5 steps of the Dwarven Path, which, in its simplest form, is a methodology on how to make a magical weapon. It is highly unlikely that the party will have gotten lucky enough to get all the stones in the correct position on the first try. The players will have to work together to try and remember the current position and facing of each stone so that they can maneuver the pieces while the UV light is off. Once the party has the archway changed to a new configuration, the DM will hit the event button. If done correctly, it should look like the archway. The proper 5 steps are in order: mine the ore, smelt the ore, forge the weapon, sharpen the weapon, imbue the weapon. If the DM sees the arrangement is correct, the party will hear the cracking of rock and then the grinding of rock. Note, each subsequent failure will do 2 points of damage. If the party has not solved the puzzle in 4 tries, the DM will tell them that eventually they were able to open the door. Players will enter the opening in the cliff face to find themselves in the middle of an old mine tunnel. One end ends in a blank wall, while the other is partially blocked by rubble and fallen timbers, which extend about 3 feet from the floor. Above the door is a sign that reads, "Now find you must that sacred ore, and thus the exit shall be yours." This is the way that pilgrims carrying the body of a dead dwarven king would enter and proceed to the holy shrine in the middle of the vast cavern underneath Mount Sorrow, and the party will hear the sound of a distant, distorted female laugh. It will appear to be coming from the partially collapsed tunnel. It is at that time that the party will see a ghostly hand appear floating in midair behind the rubble, and it will be holding a huge lump of iron ore. At the time the party will hear the ghostly voice speak in a teasing manner. As this voice speaks, the body of a female figure will slowly be revealed, and then the party will be surprised by a loud evil scream. At that very moment, the NPC will turn around and rush toward the party. The specter will be revealed to be a monstrous-looking female with red glowing eyes. It will be time for combat. At the moment, the NPC will point in the general direction of the party, and she will say, "I want that one." The DM will pick one player near where the NPC is pointing, and he will inform the player that they were surprised by a sudden attack of a ghostly figure. Special attack, Dark Stain. Affected characters are unable to be healed by magic for the rest of the game. This malady can be cured with any one of these tokens: Censer of Sacrifice, Potion of Blessed Brandy, Potion Death Draught, Salve of Restoration, Scroll Remove Curse. Bardic Rune Check. Successful completion of the Bard Rune skill test will reveal to the Bard that hitting the monster with melee weapons will cause Dark Rift damage upon the striker. The Spectre is the evil spirit of the Dark Beguiler from the final room of Giant's Travail. Spectre, Normal, AC 14, Attacks, +6/+6, Damage, 6, Save bonus +3, Undead Dark Rift, Special Defense, Dark Rift Aura, Special Attacks, Dark Rift Sane, Hit points 50. Nightmare, AC 21, Attacks +12/+12, Damage 12, +8 Save bonus, Special Defense, Dark Rift Aura, Special Attack, Dark Stain, Hit points 100. Room 3, Combat. This room appears to be a smelting room of sorts. A simple iron bowl rests upon a 3-foot-high pedestal. The room is filled with various chains hanging upon the walls, and in the corner of the room is a heap of ironworkers' tools and wooden bucket partially filled with water. The next you need is molten steel, and then your exit will unseal. If the bowl's rim is examined, the party will find the words engraved upon it. So dip your spoon for 12 plus 1, then raise it slowly. You are done. Eventually the party will gather the resolve to insert the ladle below the spandex. Immediately the party will see the lights fade out in the room, and the sound of bubbling molten steel will be quite loud for 12 seconds. The party should remove the ladle from the spandex, and their eyes will be drawn to the small ingot of steel resting inside the cup of the ladle. The party will hear the sound of a haunting female laughter filling the room, and after 2 seconds they will hear a great scream. The fire fiend is an undead spirit that has spontaneously risen from the molten steel and the dark rift energy that permeates the area. Initiative is now rolled and normal combat is conducted. If a player announces that she is using the water from the bucket to put out the fire under the iron bowl containing the flame fiend, the DM will tell the party that they have done well. The DM will tell them that putting out the fire has greatly reduced the monster's mobility. This means it will only have 1 attack per round. Bardic Rune Check. Successful completion of the Bard Rune skill will reveal to the Bard that the monster will be vulnerable to cold or water-based attacks. Flame Fiend. Normal. AC 18. Attacks +6/+6. Damage 6. Fire. Save bonus +3. Special defense. Undead. Special attack. Darkstain. Hit points 50. Nightmare. AC 23. +12/+12. Damage 12. Fire. Save bonus +8. Special defense. Undead. Special attack. Darkstain. Hit points 90. Room 4. Next to the door is a sign that reads, "See your way from this forge room. A weapon now you must see bloom." The party will hear the musical female voice that will recite this poem. First honor the kings from yesterday, hammers striking in ordered way. Twice you'll go to see this done, the forging magic has begun. And venture back to the present day, course revised you will display. The light of Ulru will then shine bright. There's one last step to end this rite. Strike thrice as one in harmony, except for one to honor he, whose soul has fled, our mournful kin, his might and wisdom had no twin. The music will produce 12 strong downbeats, then a pause, and 12 more downbeats. There will then be a longer interlude, with the same thing being repeated, 12 beats, pause, and 12 downbeats. Finally, there will be another long interlude, then 3 strong downbeats. The goal of the puzzle is for the party to forge a dwarven holy symbol, a battle axe, striking the anvils in the proper method. The first stanza asks the group to honor kings from yesterday twice, which means the party should start at the 12 o'clock position, the tallest pillar, and go around in a circle of pedestals in a counterclockwise fashion twice. The second stanza says venture back to the present day, which means the party should go back clockwise 2 times. The third stanza says for all the hammers to strike 3 times in unison, except for one hammer, to honor the missing king. The hammer to fall silent is the one that has no twin. That is not the tall one, the starting pedestal, but rather the pedestal at the 5 o'clock position. This pedestal has a rune that does not have a twin within the circle. If the party fails to stay within the musical downbeat parameters at any time, or if they fail to perform the ritual correctly, then something went wrong and they must start the ritual all over. The party must wait for the voice to be done speaking again so that the downbeats can be heard and the anvil struck at the proper time. Room 5. Next to the door is a sign that reads, "To venture forth beyond this door, present a weapon sharpened more." Careful examination of the outer edge of the stone reveals 12 simple icons. The 12 icons are helm, shield, lightning bolt, eagle, tower with a partially raised flag, cave entrance, fangs, sun along the northern horizon with a star above it, drawbridge with a hole in it, battle axe, comet, catapult. They will note something written near its center. To sharpen the blade the proper way, 3 icons turned and thus displayed. A marble statue of a human figure. Around the figure, hanging on the stone alcove, are many types of weapons. A sign above the alcove reads, "To call forth aid to do your task, you turn the wheel and simply ask." When that happens, the statue will awaken, and the first expression it will have is that it is with befuddlement and confusion. After a few seconds of being unable to speak, the statue will pause again and look very confused. It will bow its head in dejection, and then it will slowly raise its face to the party. It will have to look at someone quickly becoming enraged, and grab a quarterstaff off the wall, and it will threaten the party. What appears to be a normal combat. Initiative is rolled, and rounds of combat are concluded. The statue will use the crossbow for its second attack. On the third round, it will select the Morning Star and make threatening motions. The statue cannot be destroyed until the end of the third round, but it will crumble no matter what its condition is at the time. It will then walk slowly back to the pedestal and take a slow bow, and then become rigid in its original position. They must start the wheel so that icon number 5, the tower with the partially raised flag, is at the resting block. They must then turn the wheel in any direction so that icon number 3 is resting block, the bolt. And then the party must turn the wheel back in the opposite direction until the icon number 8 is at the resting block, Morningstar. Room 6. Above the door, the sign reads, "Imbue you must your sacred axe. The proper 4 you must extract." This room is where the party must imbue their axe with magic. To do this successfully, they must visit each wall and correctly pick the proper pedestal. To pick the correct component at each wall the first time, the players will need to recall information posted inside the Storyscape area. East Wall Anointing. The sign reads, "Anoint you must your axe step 1 and pick the oil of Kilgore's son." And the party must decide which of these oils to cleanse their axe, and mime pouring its oil on the axe. Decanter 1 is Warhammer. Decanter 2, Gauntlet, the correct one. Decanter 3, Flame. Decanter 4, Sword. South Wall. The sign reads, "The mystic embers are applied, so choose the one of Delmore's pride, and draw out a handful of ash and rub it on the axe." Urn 1, Ironwood Embers. Urn 2, Blackwood Embers. Urn 3, Silverwood Embers. Urn 4, Embers of a Hasty Treant. The correct one is the Ironwood Embers. West Wall, Heating. The sign reads, "The blade must glow with proper heat, so match the one in Benro's feet. Place the axe head over the flame and pretend to heat the axe." Flame number 1, Green Flame, small, which is the correct one. Flame 2, Orange Flame. Flame 3, Blue Flame. Flame 4, Purple Flame. North Wall, Quenching. The sign reads, "Last quench the blade to seal the charm. Thrust it thus in Frenard's arm." Barrel number 1, Brandy of the Nine Hells. Barrel number 2, Ale of Winter's Breath, the correct one. Barrel 3, Pabernak's Pilsner. Barrel 4, Whiskey of the Wild Steppes. Each time the party fails to solve the puzzle, the DM will announce that they each take 3 points of damage, subject to the maximum of 9 points for the room. Room 7 Combat. The party has traveled up a flight of stairs to find themselves within the holy shrine in the center of Smoke's cavernous lair. Smoke will then say, "Fools, this shrine will protect you for a time from my breath, but it will not keep your weak flesh and fragile bones from my hungry jaws. It is time to fight Smoke to the death." The DM will ask the barbarian, fighter, or paladin if they wish to use the +2 dwarven dire axe that the party created during the adventure. If so, one player chosen gets to use the actual +2 dwarven dire axe. If a character hits Smoke with a +2 Skull of Doom token, the DM will tell them that the impact appears to have no effect on the Dracolich. In addition, the DM will inform the player that they feel that they have been touched by an intense dark rift energy in the room. As a result, the character is stricken with a dark stain. There is another way to destroy Smoke besides normal combat. If the party comments that they wish to use grenades against Smoke, the DM will produce 5 sacred hand grenades. They can be used normally, and as the token states, they will do double damage against Smoke. If a character says they wish to throw a sacred hand grenade against the Void Gate, the DM will tell them that their only hope of destroying the Void Gate is to throw the sacred hand grenade into the crack in the door. If they can match the great feat, then the Void Gate will explode, and Smoke will be forever banished to the Void. The Dracolich. Normal. AC 15, +12 to hit, 20 damage, plus special. Saves +8, size huge. Spell resistance 50%. Dark Rift Aura, Dark Stain, 100 hit points. Nightmare. AC 22, attacks 25, +25, damage 15, plus special. Save bonus, +10 all. Size huge. Spell resistance 75%. Special defense, Dark Rift Aura. Special attack, Dark Stain. Hit point 200.